Welcome back to the channel, where the unknown becomes the unforgettable. Today, we delve into a story that defies explanation, a mystery written in the icy skies over Alaska. Japan Airlines Flight 1628, a routine cargo flight that turned into one of the most credible UFO encounters ever recorded. What happened that day in 1986? Was it extraterrestrial technology, secret military craft, or something we can't yet comprehend? Let's dive in. November 17, 1986. Japan Airlines Flight 1628, a massive Boeing 747 cargo plane, was en route from Paris to Tokyo. The skies were clear, and the flight seemed uneventful, until the crew entered Alaskan airspace. That's when they saw it. At first, just lights in the distance, but these weren't ordinary lights. They pulsed and glowed, growing larger and larger until their true scale became apparent. Captain Terauchi, a seasoned aviator and former fighter pilot with over 10,000 hours of flight experience, was in command. He described the lights as emanating from an enormous object. No, objects, each glowing in a way he could only compare to a mothership. One of these objects was said to be the size of an aircraft carrier. Imagine a silent behemoth shadowing your plane in the vast frozen wilderness, its glow piercing the darkness. The crew watched in stunned silence as the objects maneuvered with a precision that defied logic. Was it curiosity? Malice? Whatever the intent, the UFOs seemed to be toying with the 747. This was no ordinary encounter. The lights weren't just anomalies in the distance, they were pursuing the plane. The objects darted in and out of view as though studying the aircraft. Captain Terauchi, concerned for the safety of his crew, requested permission to change altitude. The UFOs followed effortlessly, maintaining their proximity. Adding to the strangeness, the cockpit began to warm, despite the freezing temperatures outside. It was an unnatural, uncomfortable heat, as though the objects themselves emitted an energy that permeated the aircraft. Radar confirmed what the crew was seeing. Something massive, something unexplainable, was following them. The tension on board was palpable, the radio transmissions to air traffic control carrying a mix of fear and disbelief. What could these objects be, and why were they here? When the plane landed in Anchorage, the incident was immediately reported to the Federal Aviation Administration. The radar data was undeniable. There were unidentified objects shadowing Flight 1628. John Callahan, then the FAA Division Chief of Accidents and Investigations, led the inquiry. He described radar evidence of massive anomalies near the 747. But here's where things take a darker turn. Callahan later testified that military officials, including the CIA, were quick to intervene. They reviewed the data in a closed-door meeting and ordered the radar tapes destroyed, stating, "This meeting never happened." And then there was Captain Terauchi. His detailed testimony should have been celebrated, but instead, he was punished. Stripped of his flight status and relegated to desk duty, Terauchi became a symbol of what happens when you speak out about the unexplained. Was this a case of protecting national security or suppressing the truth? Decades later, the encounter continues to divide opinions. For UFO enthusiasts, the sighting is evidence of extraterrestrial life, crafts capable of maneuvers far beyond human engineering. Captain Terauchi described one object as a gigantic walnut, its surface glowing with an otherworldly luminescence. And the way these objects moved, instant acceleration, abrupt stops, seamless tracking, it's hard to imagine anything from our known arsenal replicating these feats. But skeptics offer simpler explanations: reflections of ice crystals, bright celestial objects, or even experimental military craft. However, these theories fail to account for key details, like the radar confirmation and the unnatural heat in the cockpit. Could this have been a Cold War-era black project, stumbled upon by accident, or was it something far more profound? The events of that night raise a chilling question. If something so extraordinary can be buried, what else might we not know about? Governments may claim it's about avoiding mass panic, but incidents like this make us wonder, what truths are too big for us to handle? Whether it was alien technology, military secrecy, or a misinterpreted phenomenon, the story of Flight 1628 endures as a reminder of how little we understand about our own skies. What do you think happened that day? Was it a misunderstanding or a glimpse into a reality we're not yet ready to face? Thanks for watching. If this story left you intrigued, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the unexplained. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning the unknown.